Hello, hello. Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm going to go, you know what? I am going to go ahead and add Tif, my guest. And yes, there we go. We are here together. Hi, everyone. Hi. My name is Alexandra Figueiredo, and I'm a branding and visibility coach, and I work with women entrepreneurs to help them to grow their visibility, be seen and heard. Because, ladies, it is time to be unapologetically seen and heard. And yes, and I just want to shout that up on the rooftops for everyone, because let's bust through the imposter syndrome. Let's bust through all the blocks and saboteurs that might be standing in our way. So because I pinned Tif here, I just wanted to introduce my guest, Tif. She is not only a colleague and an amazing friend, she is a mental fitness coach for mompreneurs and the founder of Chicks and Money. Chicks and Money. Chicks and Money. We should come up with our own song, Chicks and Money, which is a summit event that's happening actually this Saturday. And we'll talk more about that. But I just love Chicks and Money. We can actually maybe even talk about the genesis of that name. But
good. I really do.
Welcome, Tif. I am so happy that you're here.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes. Alrighty. So let's talk about Chicks and Money. We'll just talk about that briefly and then we'll tell more details a little later. But Chicks and Money is something that why don't you share a little bit about the story, like your story and why you decided to create Chicks and Money?
Cool. I will start with, it happened kind of quickly. In February, I got to be with a group of really successful businesswomen. And we normally talk about lots of different things, but it all came down to how do you get more clients and customers? And you know what? The topic of money came up. And it's amazing how we'll talk about lots of different things. And then once money comes, and yet we're having this conversation. And the most successful of the group said, I just don't get why money even has to be a thing. And something in me went, and I said, you know what? I'm going to start something and I am going to have something. I'm going to talk about this. We're going to have a new conversation. And that's how it started. And then I happen to be, well, let's just say there's this amazing coach. Her name is Alexandra. And we were talking. And I was explaining this and trying to come up with the words and blah, 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 chicks and money, blah, blah, blah. And you said, wait, what did you say? And I said, well, I just like saying chicks and money, chicks and money, as if that's a thing. I don't know. And you said, wait, I like it. And I said, oh, I like it too. And that's how it became Chicks and Money. And I love that story because it also shows how awesome it is when you have a coach, because coaches listen. So thank you for listening and seeing that when I said that, I felt happy. And it made me so and that's the feeling I wanted for whatever I was creating. And you saw that and you said, oh, here. And I went, oh, thank you.
So. That's awesome. Yeah, I love that, it's just like, woo, when the times in my life when I know that there's something magical is when these synchronicitous moments happen.
Yes.
Where you're talking to somebody and all of a sudden, whether it's you or somebody else, extracts some little piece of gold, some gold nugget. And that becomes a thing. That's why I love branding. That's what I love about branding, because you can literally create something from nothing. Like it could just be like from words or from an essence or from yourself. Like I've been shifting a little bit more into the personal branding focus, but still, like, you can create something from nothing. So I love that idea of, you can create this entire empire from this, from this concept, from this idea. So let's talk about money, because I think that what's cool about this is exactly that women in particular, from my personal experience, and I've worked with lots of women entrepreneurs, that the money conversation is very difficult. There's a lot of resistance to making money. There's a lot of resistance to sales. In fact, I personally, grew up with a very debilitating fear of public speaking, which I realized ended up dovetailing into a fear of pitching my business when I was looking for investors, and then talking to prospects when I needed to get clients. So it started with like me having this huge fear of being in front of lots of people, to then actually a fear just in front of one person. So I think that there is an energy, a parallel energy, when there's resistance to visibility, being seen, to resistance to sales, working with people even on a one-to-one basis. There's something about approval or rejection. And I was going to ask you for a hot tip, but I'm just going to, since I'm on the roll here, I'm going to go with my hot tip.
Yes.
Just about what I'm talking about here, which is that that same parallel energy really has to do with your value. And I love the word value because it's actually it's like a synonymous term with money. So there's your personal value, or even your perceived value, right? Because I believe, and I know you believe this too, that spiritually we are all, we're perfect, and we're perfectly worthy, and we're so valuable. But I'm talking about that self-worth, that value, the value that we feel and perceive in ourselves. And so having an understanding, being aware of how we perceive and feel about our own value is really so foundational. Because once you can understand your own perceived value, then you can feel powerful enough to speak to clients, to pitch your business, to ask to enroll a client, even just to make an offer. There are so many people that, including me, sometimes, that can agonize, maybe not so much anymore, but in the past, agonize over making an offer. Why? We're providing so much value. We are providing value, and there's value in that. But sometimes there's a disconnect with our own value. So even though we can serve the world, it's really like the value as far as money, I have found, is really tied to your personal value. Wow. And if you can use certain tools to improve or increase your self-worth and self-value, then you're going to be able to increase your visibility to be more seen and heard. You're going to be able to make more offers and be able to sell yourself and your business. And sales will no longer be a bad word. And money will no longer be a bad word. So the value here is going to be like the complement, the mirror of the value that you're going to be able to share in the world, and that can come back to you. So that's my hot tip for how women talk about money. Yeah.
Loved it. Yes.
So really, like, I like to give like practical things. So really check in, and anybody who's watching this, check in. And, if you feel resistance to being seen in a bigger way, or making offers, or asking for money, or any type of sales, really check in. What's really happening in here? Let's just take like 10 seconds for anybody to just kind of reflect on that for a moment. Yeah, let's all just take a breath. Yeah. So value. So with that, yeah. Tif, I'd love to hear from you. Like, what's one? Oh, I know that we talked about myths about money. And maybe is there something you want to share about money myths, or something else that you feel would be like a really great value that you can add here on this in this
I
conversation.
hope that it is. Thanks, because I wanted to talk about a myth that I am letting go of, and I hope that it will help other people too, because try as we might, we we get taught things about money, not only because people tell us things, but because we just pick it up, and that's how we're learning, and we don't have someone to talk to about it. And what I've seen is that in my heart, that I've been afraid that, oh no, if I have money, because I know there are a lot of good people out there that have money, and but if I have it, I might change. I might not be able to handle it. I'm going to turn into a some sort of, ugh, I don't even want to say monster, because some monsters are quite friendly and creatures can be really cool, but you just turn into this awful version of you. And I I'm so excited to say that I know the truth. If you're even asking that, you do not have to worry, because the money does not change who you are. And also, guess what? If someone says, I don't want to change, we're always changing. Even when we don't want to change, we're always changing. And now I'm learning and growing and discovering and excited about the fact that money is just a way to better serve and to better love, and it just gives us more opportunities, and that's it. And when you that's why I'm just so excited. That's why I love helping mompreneurs. Oh my gosh, moms are amazing and giving and loving. And you know what? That's awesome. That needs to be celebrated. In business, yes. Yes, absolutely. Let's celebrate the fact that you're a mom and you get to have this money for more of the goodness in your life and for your family. And that's the big myth that I'm breaking in my heart, and I look forward to breaking that. Now, this is where, a hammer is a good tool for breaking. And with chicks and money, again, the right tool for the right job. Awesome. Yes.
I happen to be doing a renovation project, because the only reason I have a hammer on me.
Thank you for having the hammer.
A handy hammer.
And chicks
So
and
break those money myths.
Right. And then you have the cute little chick, and the last thing this is you. This is your business, your dream, your cute little chick. No, we don't use a hammer. Okay. You do not, don't use a hammer on your dreams. Don't smash that thinking that, oh, it's not gonna, it's absolutely there. If you see it, it's there, it's awesome. So thanks for letting me just be a little silly with props, because I love a good prop. And I just love the idea of chicks and money, because I was grateful early on. I thought, this is so much bigger than me. And how am I going to bring this? How am I going to bring this little chicks and money into the world? You know what? I am surrounded by incredible women, and they are amazing coaches, and they're living it and they're doing it. And maybe they'll join me. And Alexandra is one of them. Yes. Woo! And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. It's like the best. So yes.
And it just occurred to me right now, when you were like holding the chick, that for many of the women that I serve and that you serve, and that are probably going to be attending Chicks and Money, that you're starting a business, and it's like a little baby, right? It's a little, and you got to feed it and nurture it and take care of it. And in the case of, like, if it's a plant, you got to water it, but actually you got to water the animals too, right? Yeah. So really, we want it to be a loving, and we want it to grow with love, and not right. We're not going to be like hammering anytime, whatever, like you got to, if you come with that energy, it either will get stifled, or it won't grow, or it'll just wither away. So coming at it with like that passion, that love and care, I feel like is so, so beautiful. But one thing that, when you were talking about having lots of money is not going to change you. Right before we started this call today, I just have to say, it's a behind the scenes that Tif I commented that Tif has been doing a lot of interviews and podcasts this week, because of, Chicks and Money that's happening on Saturday, April 23rd from starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. And I mentioned like, oh, it looks like you've been doing a lot of, a lot of interviews this week. And you're like, and you said the thing about, and you were joking about it. It was like, oh, like, I hope it doesn't change me or something. You said something like that. I don't remember exactly
the words. Oh my goodness.
Yes. And so, right. Like, and it's similar, right? Like fame there's a similar energy. Like notice that there are parallels between being seen, being bigger. Yes, exactly. With making money.
Yes.
It's like people fear that the fame is going to change them. People fear that the money is going to change them. Instead of seeing it like these are tools. They are energy that exactly. You know where I'm going with this. These are tools and energy that are helping us to stand in our greatness, helping us to serve more people. It's not all about me. It is not about me. I don't care about the fame to be the fame. That's why I've resisted it. I don't care about the money just for the money. That's why I've resisted it. So when it's outside of ourselves and we are outward focused on who we're impacting, and if you're going to reach 1 million people, that's 1 million people that you're impacting. It's not about me. So when we can shift out that resistance from ourselves to who we're serving and how we're serving them, that's so selfless. It's actually selfless. It is self-centered to worry about me by not helping other people. Right. And I didn't use the word selfish because I do believe that we need to be, we need to give to ourselves too. But I'm saying self-centered. And when it's not about me, it's about who I'm serving. And I know that I don't want to preach to the choir here because all the women entrepreneurs that are in our circle or almost all of them are very outwardly focused. They're loving and they're mission driven and they're heart centered. But when we get stuck in the resistance, that is about me, not about who I'm serving.
I wish I had a mic that I could
drop the hammer.
Yeah, there we go. Because I love, yes, I love it. That is
all right. So let's talk about, I would love you to share a little bit more about, before we wrap, a little bit more about Chicks and Money. Maybe like what's going to happen and who are some of the amazing speakers that we're going to have.
Okay, great. Well, it's happening Saturday. And I thought it was such kismet that 3 of the speakers are specific money coaches and other 3 speakers such as Alexandra and myself are not. And I think it's just a really good balance. And we're going to be talking about some really awesome, some gems, just something that you can take and use right away, and some strategies, some tools, some money mindset shifts. And it's going to be fun. And there needs to be that bit of playfulness and the joy of collaboration. And I think that's why that's what I want to talk about Chicks and Money. I am so excited, Alexandra, that you are part of this. And the best part about a movement like Chicks and Money that I feel is kind of like through me, and it's just that, you know what? Girls are really good at getting together and getting things done. And we collaborate. It happens even faster and better, and it flows, and it's awesome, and there's plenty for everybody. And so let's just get that party started. That's what I'm excited to Chicks and Money.
And that's so great to know that. So 3 of the speakers are specifically money experts, money or abundance, prosperity experts. And the 3 others, including Tif and myself, we are support and complementary type coaches that ultimately help you to grow your business and make more money, more income, more impact. So we're going to be like filling in the other pieces that isn't just specifically about, maybe we're not called money experts, but we're complementing with additional support to help you get there.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you for that. Yes.
And it is Chicks and Money. So you can go to chicksandmoney.com and I'll add it. Definitely, I'll add it here in the comments or in the description. Chicks and Money, and that is CHICKS and money.com. And yeah, so I think with that, I'm very excited. It's Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern. So that's Saturday, April 23rd, 1 p.m. Eastern. And how can anyone who's watching get in contact with you?
Oh, it's so sweet of you to ask. Thank you. If you would like to direct message me on Instagram, I'm at Tif Loeffler. And I'm also on Facebook as Tif Loeffler and also on LinkedIn as Tif Loeffler. So feel free to message me on any of those channels and sign up at chicksandmoney.com and get on just become a part of our world. We're excited about where this is going. And this is our inaugural, yay!
Yeah. Get on the
Chicks and Money
train. Chicks and Money. Chicks and Money. Chicks and Money. Yeah, we got to come up with our own little theme song.
I love that.
So with that, the other song I like is Money, 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 Money. Money, 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 money. Well, thank you so much, Tif, for being here. I appreciate you so much. I'm so grateful for you for spearheading, for being the leader of Chicks and Money. And right, like, and just allowing this conversation to happen, because it is time. It is time for us to be unapologetically seen and heard. And it is time for us to step into our greatness. And that means making more money. Making more money. All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you all on April 23rd, chicksandmoney.com. Thank you so much, Tif. I appreciate you, love you, and see you on Saturday.
See you Saturday. Bye.
Bye, everyone.